Hey, I'm Rachel Abbott, and welcome back to the Standard's Tech and Science Daily podcast. Coming up, will the CEO of TikTok attend Trump's inauguration? But first...
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
After a cancelled launch on Monday due to ice on a propellant line, Blue Origin's massive New Glenn rocket successfully launched this morning.
Liftoff.
On its first mission to space from Launchpad at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Prior to the launch, the team watched the skies closely as clouds built up over the space coast. Intended for Earth's orbit, the New Glenn is carrying the first prototype of the Blue Ring vehicle, a spacecraft platform able to transform to perform multiple tasks in space and deliver 3-ton payloads. Blue Origin founder Jeff Bezos now hopes to take on the dominance of SpaceX boss Elon Musk in the satellite launch business. The firm hopes to sell the technology to the Pentagon for defense purposes, as well as commercial customers for satellite servicing missions.
First stage data quality is good coming down from the vehicle. Body rate response phenomenal. 1 minute 15 seconds into flight.
As we build a road to space.
Next, it's been reported in the New York Times that TikTok CEO Shou Chew will attend Donald Trump's inauguration on Monday, alongside Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Apple CEO Tim Cook, plus Alphabet boss Sundar Pichai is believed to be attending as well. This comes following a report in the Washington Post that President-elect Trump, who once lobbied to ban TikTok, is considering an executive order that would prevent the law from being enforced. He has already asked the Supreme Court to pause the ban from taking effect so he can work out a deal when he returns to the White House. Now, Tim Campbell MBE, entrepreneur, businessman, and Lord Sugar's advisor on The Apprentice, says with the rise of artificial intelligence, a technical education for young people is crucial.
I think with the developments of AI in our world and our politicians, particularly Sir Keir, say it's going to be all across the civil service, the reality is that AI is here to stay and will influence our futures. And what we need is the young people who are going to come into the workplace to be armed with the skills and experience to be able to be beneficial to those myriad of changes that are coming down the road.
Campbell is a founding member of the T-Team, a group set up by the Gatsby Charitable Foundation. Today, he is launching the Talking Futures campaign, which aims to highlight the education options available, particularly high-quality technical qualifications like T-levels, which are a post-16 qualification, the equivalent to A-levels. From winning The Apprentice 20 years ago and an impressive career since, the East Londoner explained what he thinks has been the most significant technological signal of change for businesses to adapt.
I think the biggest significance of change was around the power of the email. But the reality, the invent of email communication and mobile technology really, I think, accelerated the options. The world became much smaller, and globalization has been the biggest impact on all of our lives, right? The ability to talk to people in real time across continents, I think completely revolutionized business and opportunities for young people. And then the mobile phone technology, obviously, the fact that now these devices are allegedly smart, but have everything within them that we can do, young people particularly can get access to information and technology at the touch of a button and use that in very positive ways.
And when it comes to Lord Sugar and The Apprentice, Campbell told Tech and Science Daily that technology underpins every single business and that a technical mind is something they look for.
Basically, when we're looking on the show, we're looking for people who are innovative, coming up with new ideas, and with businesses that Lord Sugar can actually invest into. One of the things that we see clearly from The Apprentice that it marries up with the Talking Futures campaign is that there are different pathways of success and different options around how to start a business, right? You come to somebody like a dentist who was on last year, or you come to some of our winners who have created technical businesses. So Inventor Tom, his whole business is about technology and creating new pathways and creating new things off the back of his education. So whether it's Ricky Martin with his recruitment business, or it's Harpreet Kaur, who's created a fantastic logistic business around getting stuff done in the food sector, Technology underpins every single one of our businesses.
He launched the Talking Futures Technical Education Opens Doors campaign to the public at a pop-up interactive installation on London's South Bank, which is now en route to Manchester.
Over 70% of our young people say if they had an education pathway which employed education and working, they'd be actually more beneficial in the workplace and less fearful about the options. And when I'm thinking about technical education, particularly digital T-levels, there's a huge opportunity for us to get this AI drive into our young people and us to be that powerhouse that Sakir and lots of other people want the UK to be.
Welcome back. Scientists at the University of California, San Francisco, say that just 10 minutes of mindfulness meditation each day can help significantly reduce work stress. During a randomized controlled trial, 1,408 employees were either put on an 8-week digital mindfulness meditation course or on a wait list. Their study, published in the journal JAMA Network Open, found that after the 8-week digital course, participants showed a reduction in burnout, depression, and anxiety. Plus, over the period of 4 months after the trial, improvements were also witnessed in work engagement and work stress. Next. According to a new study, Iron Age Britain land was inherited through the female line, and it was husbands who moved to live with their wife's community. Geneticists at Trinity College Dublin and archaeologists at Bournemouth University made the discovery by analysing the DNA from a set of burial grounds in Dorset, which date back to the Roman conquest of AD 43. After examining 50 genomes from the remains, they found that the community was centred around a female line of descent. The study, published in the journal Nature, says that this is the first time such a female-centric order has been found from European prehistory. And finally, a rare gas called xenon, believed to encourage the production of red blood cells, is going to be used to help a man lead the fastest expedition to the summit of Mount Everest. The gas has many uses, including rocket propulsion to help move satellites and other spacecraft. Garth Miller, aged 51, a British pilot and former army officer, hopes to reach the summit in just a week, setting off on Monday, reaching his target by Thursday, and being back home for a Sunday lunch. And you're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Standard podcast. Tech and Science Daily returns tomorrow. For all the latest news, head to standard.co.uk.